All right, Sam, I recognize our jobs are a bit different than other people in that we have closets here full of clothes that we get dressed for the show. But if that were not the case, I'd be up here like a sweating mess. It is so hot outside right now.
It is so hot. You know, about an hour before show when I walked in from my car, you know, it was just so hot. And it's going to be a scorcher of a remainder of the day today. We're not actually in a heat alert right now in Louisville. The heat alerts are actually posted just to the west of us. That's where the extreme heat has been underway, but keep in mind, you still need to be taking this heat very seriously. Our friends from Hardinsburg to Litchfield are included, and even Evansville in the heat advisory. We'll be keeping you posted with the weather impact team if we are issued in an alert, but for now, staying downright hot. Sunshine filled across our area. Here's a current look at the feels like temperature to get your afternoon started. Feels like we're at 100 flat in Jasper, 100 in Brandenburg, Louisville, 98 right now for the feels like temperature, and we're sitting at 100 in Shepherdsville. So again, this is the actual air temperature outside, so not factoring what it feels like, but we're hanging on to a solid 88-degree temperature so far at the airport in Louisville. Keep in mind the average high that we should normally be seeing this time of the year until the 4 or 5 o'clock hour is 89 degrees. So we're already sitting at the average high sitting here at the lunch hour. I want to mention as well, it is very important that you know the signs of heat illness. If you start to notice excessive sweating, you're feeling faint or dizzy, or if you have a body temperature of 103 plus, that's a sign of a heat stroke. It is going to be very important. You do know the symptoms and the signs of heat illness in this kind of serious heat, and you please make sure you limit your time in that sunshine. So along with the heat and humidity, it's actually going to be fueling the atmosphere for storms to be igniting later on today. And a couple of these storms that do inch their way into our area could turn strong or severe. Most of Kentucky is dry right now. I want to bring you to an area where we're already noticing the atmosphere getting a bit active. Across western Indiana and much of eastern Illinois right now, we have a couple of storms that are looking to be impacting the Richland area pretty soon towards Terre Haute. Now notice in our northern locations by Bedford, there are some chances for storms, but we're veering clear of any of that activity. So in Kentucky, we're dry for now. Things will be changing later on this afternoon and evening. We do have more of a risk for heavy rain. Some of these storms could be producing some strong wind with them. So something we'll be watching very closely. And in fact, the Storm Prediction Center does have a slight risk of severe weather for the area. This gives us a heads up that we're going to be watching some rainfall amounts, very heavy at times, some strong wind. We cannot rule out the possibility of a brief spin-up tornado. Again, that's level 2 out of a scale of 5 with that severe weather concern. So we'll be watching clouds likely thickening as we get into about mid-afternoon today, and probably closer to about 4:30 or 5 o'clock. There might be a brief storm beginning to pop up on the far eastern side of Jefferson County by Shelby County and Oldham County. Notice with time as we get closer to the 7-8 p.m. hour, more storms will be reorganizing and likely producing a bit of a hefty rainfall event along Louisville. Once you see these reds and pinks on this reflectivity, that could be showing some areas where there could be hail and very strong wind. Later tonight, we cannot rule out once again a couple more storms beginning to redevelop on the western fringe of Kentuckiana. Heavy rainfall looking to be that primary threat overnight tonight. We're not too concerned about severe weather, but the nice thing is we're going to clear out for tomorrow afternoon. So right now, we actually do have weather impact alert days posted today, tomorrow, and on Friday, as some additional storm chances are in the forecast, but there will also be some extreme heat that you need to be knowing about stepping out the door each day this week. Eric, back to you.